This video is on body scrubs. I've talked about how important they are to numerous people, and I thought I'd create a little video. Body scrubs serve a couple of different purposes. They help to remove excess skin cells that are normally sloughed off when you take a shower, and help keep your skin nice and smooth. That sloughing process can tend to make shaving a little difficult, tend to be when you nick yourself a little bit more. So exfoliating before you shave helps to eliminate or lower the number of times you may nick yourself. It also helps to even out skin tones. It can help fade out some of the darker spots if you've got darker pigment in areas. It's also very good for helping to moisturize your skin and to eliminate any buildup on your face or body that would create blackheads or pimples and lead to breakouts. But there are numerous different recipes that you can find online for different body scrubs. You can find them on Pinterest. I'm sure you can find them on YouTube. They're all over the place. So when you find a recipe that you really enjoy, you're going to want to put all of your ingredients into whatever. I use a stand mixer, but you can use a regular bowl and a hand mixer if you wish, or even do it by hand. It's not a problem. I tend to use coconut oil as my oil base. I used to use olive oil, which is another one that's good for your skin, but it can leave you feeling a little greasy, and you tend to use a little bit more oil to get the same consistency that you're looking for when you're using coconut oil. And there's always the possibility with a liquid oil like olive oil that the oil and sugar mixture will separate. Coconut oil is solid at room temperature, so it's not usually an issue with coconut oil. Once all your ingredients are in the bowl, you basically just want to stir them until they are combined. Sorry for the noise. This one here is my orange Creamsicle body scrub. Now make sure that you remember to scrape down the sides of the bowl, because you don't want to leave any of the coconut oil or sugar unmixed at the bottom. You can remove your paddle if you wish to, but I tend to not if I'm going to be using it right away again. One thing to remember with coconut oil, you do want to try to have it relatively soft. I've used it on colder days where my coconut oil was pretty stiff, and it ended up messing up the prongs on my whisk blade, on my whisk attachment there, so they're a little bent in places. But you're going to mix it together in this mixer, or by hand, whichever way you're doing it, until it resembles kind of like a wet sand. And some of my coconut oil pieces are a little big. They're not wanting to break up, so I'm going to mix them up just a little bit more. Sometimes I find that I'm okay with having a spot or two of coconut oil that's not mixed in as well. It really is a preference. The coconut oil will melt at body temperature, so the minute you touch it, it's going to melt into your skin anyway. So it really is okay, but if you're looking for a consistent appearance, and you may want to mix it just a little bit more. And that is, I'm okay with that. It's like I said, the coconut oil is a little stiff right now, so it's not wanting to mix in as nice, which is okay. This is for me and my daughter, so I'm okay with it being a little not mixed in like that. One thing to remember, you can see I have my body scrub here is a light pale orange. When you're coloring, if you decide to color your body scrub, when you're coloring it, especially if you're using food coloring, less is more. Food coloring has a tendency of staining the skin if you use too much, so that's something to keep in mind. And I've had plenty of people ask me what I use to scent my body scrubs. There really is no limit. I use essential oils for a lot of them. They give you a nice clean smell. You've got a pretty good range of different scents that you can choose from, and they're therapeutic as well. You can also use, or I also use extracts a lot to give you that scent. One thing to keep in mind with both essential oils and extracts, less is more. Start with a small amount. You can always add more if it's not strong enough, or not strong enough for your particular, that pleases you, your particular strength, because everybody is different. But you can't take it out once you add it in. So if you put it in and it's overpoweringly strong, you kind of got to throw it away and start over, and that's kind of a waste of ingredients. So I would always recommend going with the smallest amount first, and then adding additional if it's not strong enough for you. But there you go, and that is, again, basic body scrub. You can find multiple recipes online. There really is endless possibilities as far as scent combinations go. But again, body scrubs are good to use. I would recommend using them at least a couple times a week. If you're doing a basic sugar scrub, they are pretty gentle, so you probably could get away with doing it every day if you wish to. I would be cautious about using it on your face, just because that is a very sensitive skin for most people. I would test it maybe behind your ear and your neck area to see if you're going to react to it. But again, it's really personal preference if you choose to use it on your face. It is more so geared towards your body, but I have had people ask me if they could use it on their face. The sugar is fairly gentle, but again, if you've got the very sensitive skin or prone to acne, I would be a little hesitant to, but again, that's personal preference. Sometimes it works for people and sometimes it doesn't. But again, there is my orange creamsicle body scrub. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks!